My name is Ras, but I ain't got locks, and I coming in hot at your granny butt pop. Culture, music, food, and news from a real Bajan point of view.
Shine no lie, like a spice don't ban. Ice rascal horse.
Girl, you doing the most.
Fashion, taste, style, and grace.
Yeah, she got enough thought and a that will face. I hope you like the guests we bring.
If you don't, suit you taint.
Hey, 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 hey. Alright. Cut that. Let me start.
No boy can't buy me up. No man a wear name brand for the lens and a high. Me folks them find him up. Him never last a extra day on the ends because the dog them bite him up. Yeah, you have some boy them a hype and a weird people things. Like a them a borrow and a share people things. Front in a back.
I feel free. I'm all around my dudes and we just mark the bar. I feel free. Shorty looking at me cause you know I'm a star. I feel free. I'm in the club and I'm trying to get right. I feel free. Most of all cause I got life. Yeah. The entertainer. Do you know how it feels to wake up with someone that you love? It feels so real. My angel was sent from above. I like to see her smile. Even when I look in her eyes, I get butterflies. I don't wanna change. I don't wanna change her love. I wanna change her last name, give her mine. On to her feelings first. Baby girl, you're my world. No other girl. I just wanna make this last forever. Got me one thing, put me arms right around you. Can you give me the tightest hold me ever get seen in my life? Got me one thing, squeeze.
That's right. I want to welcome everyone to another excellent episode of IDGAR. My name is Chasey the Entertainer. I am your DJ for tonight. And right about now, I want you to get ready for your host, DJ Ras.
Welcome to IDGAR, intelligent, daring, genuine, and real. CBC's new steamy late-night talk show featuring my thoughts, unfiltered and direct. Also, relationship advice, performances, and so much more. I'm your host, DJ Ras. Now, I'm encouraging you to go follow us on all social media platforms, IDGAR Show on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And of course, like and subscribe to our YouTube page, IDGAR Show as well. Now, we got a lot to talk about tonight, so we're going to get right into it with our Hot Topics.
Hot Topics.
That's right, and first up in your Hot Topics, we got your price hikes, people. No matter what you do, these prices are going up higher and higher, and we are getting poor. I don't know what's going to happen, but we are going to discuss it. Then, Barbados is like fight club, fight night, UFC, you call it, and it's happening. Matumbo, wrestling, I don't know what to say. We got to talk some more about what's going on with these fights across the island. And then also, we got a robbery. Broad daylight robbery, aggravation. A man dressed as a woman in a red dress. It had to be a red something. And he got away with some money, and we are going to discuss that, man. Let me tell you. So, we're going to take a break, and when we return, we're going to get right into these hot topics.
I love my life. 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 I love my life.
None of we don't know where tomorrow might bring, cause the future the hours away. So me I live my life today. Me I live my life today. Yeah. So allow me make me talk what I want to talk. Me have enough to say. So me go live my life today. Me never live my life today. So everybody sing it out. Me love my life. Me love my life. Me love my life. that a fire. All when me nah have no food, no.
Yes, please, and welcome back to IDGAR, Intelligent, Daring, Genuine, and Real, and it's into our Hot Topic segment, and I have to bring to you my host, all the way on the Spikestone van, Shine No Line. Good night.
Good night. Good night, everybody. Welcome to IDGAR. Good night, Ras.
Good night, Shanna. You are looking very pink tonight.
Thank you so much. I got my outfit from the Walk-In Day and Night Boutique.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Like a pink starburst.
I was thinking pink something else, but
Both
nice.
great and highly recommended.
Oh, wow. All right, so we got to get right into it with your hot topics tonight. First up, price hikes. We don't know how high these prices are going to go. We had Grand Canyon type of wide and tall prices. I know
Piton prices.
Piton what?
Piton prices.
Piton prices. I know it getting to Mount Everest.
No, it's going to Mount Kilimanjaro because we get it killed.
Yeah, I'm telling you, kill a man every day with these prices, but I don't know what else can be done. I don't know what else can be said. I mean, the public is crying out. Mm-hmm. Everybody crying. Everybody's struggling. And it's still going up and what we can really do about it?
I don't know, because as far as I heard,
Right.
the supermarket said that they made a profit, and they made their biggest profit in the last 3 months, like the
Right.
first 3 months of 2021. So I am wondering,
Right.
well, why would you say that and then say that we need price hikes?
Yeah, because obviously the prices are not set right here in Barbados. You know, the suppliers from different regions in Asia, obviously from China, Japan. And then when they pass down a higher price, instead of the supermarket absorbing the increase, they pass on that increase to the last person down the line, which would be us, the consumers.
We definitely need to become more sustainable as a country,
Right.
and produce a lot more things for ourselves, because this ain't cutting it.
No, it
This
isn't.
is too much.
It isn't. And for me, I think the supermarket may have to, or just retail places on a whole providing food. If it is that your profits are that high, then they need to absorb some more of that and just take a little less profit. Like if you're making 150 million, but then just cut back a little bit and make 130 million instead.
Well, you know how business goes, Ras. You know,
Yeah.
nobody ain't about to do that. But that would be ideal, especially in a pandemic where people are already struggling.
Yeah, I mean, for me, no, I ain't gonna get them half cans that I got home, and I ain't gonna start to grow back my broccoli and my sweet peppers.
You got to do it. You
I
got to
think
do.
so.
You got to grow.
I
You got
promise
to
I ain't gonna
grow.
grow no marijuana. I promise, and if it's illegal, I ain't growing no marijuana. That's for sure.
For now.
I can grow things that we can eat the same time. Cause I mean, we see entertainers grow marijuana and might be 40 courts to try to feed the family. So I mean, what you could do?
What you could do.
What you could do?
What you
But
could do.
you gotta find alternative ways to make it happen and just keep your head above water.
Yeah. Can't fight it.
Yeah.
Speaking of fights.
Oh dear. UFC.
WWE.
We have seen some fights here in Barbados over the past week. And one of the most prolific fights were those two young ladies. Now,
In the alleyway, boy.
in the alley. In the alley, by the shop or wherever it was. I say once I see two women fighting, I believe they was fighting over penis. That's what I
Ras.
feel.
Not every single time. Furthermore, I heard that they were not fighting over penis.
You could prove it?
They said that they were fighting over a phone
A phone. That must have been a phone that belonged
to a man.
to a man.
I don't know whose fault it was,
Yeah.
but they were fighting over a phone. And in these economic times,
Yeah.
if somebody has my phone
Right.
and they don't want to give me, but I might need to jump kick them in their face as well.
I mean, I don't know if that was a jump kick, if that was a tiger uppercut kick, Sagat Street Fighter type of kick.
That
I
was
don't
Street
know.
Fighter. It was like brutality.
Yeah, I mean, when the lady kicked her, right? The lady eyes literally like cross.
She eyes open, my eyes open. I was so confused. Like, that kick bring back. She could as well have bring back Jesus with that kick. I was impressed, actually.
But you know, you're so open. I mean, if you saw the video on social media, everything was open. In the
Everything
video.
was
Everything.
open. Everything open up
It was
wide.
ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But I mean, we seeing fighting, we seeing skirmishes.
We've
I
been
don't
seeing
know, man.
robberies.
Yes, I mean, and that's one of our topics there as well. A guy dressed as a woman in a red dress rob a bank and get away with it.
Yeah. They may find the man.
They may find the man. And the thing is now, they had a article in the newspaper with saying man in red dress did not trick anyone.
Well, they trick the police.
Yeah, because I don't know how the headline could say he did not trick anyone when it is that he went to the bank, he get the money, he left the bank, and he ain't get catch up to know.
Up to now, that's not the first time that it happened though.
Right.
I saw stories about a man named Woggy
Right.
that
Oh,
also
back in the
did it,
day.
and then another man back in the day that sit down in a gallery dressed
Right.
as a woman, and they were just looking for them. So I mean, it's a good plan.
Yeah.
Especially back then, nobody is looking for a man to be dressed as a woman. No, is a bit more commonplace.
Right.
But it's a good idea. I mean, can't do it again, no. Probably next 50 years, guys. Set out yourself.
Maybe if you dress like a different woman instead of, but I know the red dress thing, right? And I know it had to be something red. When it comes to red things, red women, red
Red men.
dresses, red cars, whatever you thinking about, once it red, it's be a problem.
Once it read it, dead.
I didn't say that. Let the record say I did not say that. I said red is a problem. I didn't say dead. When people say walk about calling them dead. That one was.
You kind of red though, you know.
No.
A
I'm
little bit, yeah.
golden nugget brown.
Thank you so much. That was our hot topics, guys.
Yeah, right. But I mean, when we spoke about robberies and people dressing up, we saw they had a shooting yesterday. Guys dress up in hazmat white suits and commit a murder.
People getting
In
real
broad daylight.
creative with these. In broad daylight, you know.
You imagine you saying down somewhere, you lying, you just saying down chilling, and you see some men coming in hazmat suits, you tell yourself, wait, some out here got COVID. Saying so. And then men draw guns and start to beat and light up the place.
No, you see, that would have never happened to me because I just run fast. I know that nobody but here don't come in the hazmat suits. As I see that, I just shift it. If it was me and you just say, no, they would say, Rastler, we move.
Man, I would have been like, man, wait. Yeah. No, the thing is, no malicious be agents when I want to see who the men in hazmat suits coming for. Because you know the one gonna link names. So the first instinct might not be to run. It might be to see
So you.
who it is the coming for. But I don't know what to say. And robbing banks, shooting in broad daylight, you gotta bring on these prices.
You have
came back
to.
the
It all
prices.
goes back. It's all a cycle, you know.
Right.
Because they will always have violence when
Right.
people do not have things.
Right.
It's just proven. So if they carry out the prices more, no, because the prices ain't gone up yet.
Yeah.
And not to mention the gas that disappearing.
Right.
Because that gas ain't wrong with it.
Yeah.
People are crying
It's
out.
evaporating.
So it's evaporating.
Yeah.
So people need to have life, you know?
When you get the gas station, you gotta say non-evaporated, please.
Oh, that's what you do.
Yeah.
All right,
It lasts
tomorrow.
a little bit longer. Just
a little bit
you gotta
longer.
try that.
15 minutes.
About that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just crazy for real. I don't know if we could take much more. And I saw the head of the gas stations, the head of the mini marts and stuff like that, they were saying they applied to have open on Sundays. And the Attorney General denied their request. Because he said if he allowed the gas stations to open on Sundays and the supermarket's not open, then everybody can run to the gas stations and crowd at the gas stations. So then the guy said, well, that's the reason why you should let everybody open
You should
on
open the
Sundays.
supermarket as well.
Especially this weekend, because Monday is Monday bank holiday, and then the supermarket's not open Sunday. So imagine you got 2 days in a row, the supermarket's not going to be open. So imagine what's going to happen
On Friday,
Saturday
no,
and
too.
Friday.
Yeah.
So everybody can run and go to the gas station and the supermarket on Friday and Saturday.
And that will cause the same problem that they're trying to avoid.
All this crowding up, bunching up, beer mayhem. So for me, I don't see a reason why you can't open businesses on Sundays and just let everybody get
If
what
the
they gotta get.
restaurants are open, supermarkets should be able to open
Yeah,
as
because
well.
you could go sit down and eat your fine dining. And I mean, ain't every weekend you could be able to afford to do that.
Yeah, sometimes you need to go and buy a pack of chicken and cook it yourself.
Yeah.
So how am I supposed to do that if I can't go in the supermarket? Goes all the way back around to crime.
Yeah, well, so it goes. Well, that's it for our hot topics tonight. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to get in the seat with our guest, DJ Hutchie. Welcome back to IDGAR. And right now we are in the seat. Yours truly with my co-host Shana Hines and our guest for the night, Mr. Danilo DJ Hachi Hutchinson. Welcome to the show, Hachi, man. How you doing?
Blessings, everybody. Good evening and blessed Thursday to all of our readers and everybody locked on.
All right. Shana, get into it. Take it away.
Haji, how has the pandemic going for you?
It's just been a change, been different, but I guess with everything we had to learn to adapt. So I've now adjusted to the new norms and happy with where I am mentally.
Was that difficult?
At first it was. I guess everybody would have been going through stuff, thinking, okay, we just got to get through this for the next month or two, but it turned out to be a year now too. So yeah, I think enough time has passed and I'm comfortable where I am right now.
Personally, I thought I was going to be home for 2 weeks.
Me too. I was
So imagine
thinking,
my shock.
man, maybe a month, then we can be back on cruises and partying.
Yeah,
but then,
living it up. But you brought the party to us, and I know that you would have helped a lot of people to cope through total isolation. Tell us about how you came up with that concept.
okay, so again, I just thought it would have been a little 2-week, 3-week home. So I was thinking to do just a little online party, online stream with some friends. And I just actually spoke to a few DJs that are in the pool and I ran the concept by them and it all worked out well. Everybody chipped in, including the graphic artists as well, One Media. So it worked out very, very fine.
Nice.
Yeah,
Can we
man.
look forward to total isolation outside if we can never see the outdoors? Can we look for you coming with a little something?
To be honest, after the last lockdown when we reopened, I did have a total isolation live event planned. We did venue hunting, shopped around a bit, but we locked on before we were actually able to get the party actually happening. So hopefully when things reopen, we can revisit those plans just to see how fast we can actually get back outside and have a live session.
Right. Now, I realize with total isolation, you guys chose the option that you would not have talking by the DJs or you would not announce who the DJ is actually during the stream. What was the reasoning behind that?
So when I first thought about it, I was just thinking how we can have consistent viewership or consistent persons tuned in for the time of the stream. Then the only way to do that and not be biased is to not advertise who we would have playing at the time. So when you tune on to the stream, you're there to enjoy the music, to enjoy the skill set of the DJ and not necessarily the personality. It gave the opportunity for the younger DJs, the less experienced ones, to be able to play without a bias from the person who's actually on the stream, to just enjoy the good vibe and the good music.
Right. So obviously we know person you have a background in advertising and marketing and so on. What have you been doing lately in terms of advertising or marketing? You still in that field? What are you up to now in terms
I'm actually working on a few projects, doing a bit of social media management and also working on some plans for some brands as well. I'm not employed full time right now, but I'm working on self-employed, and it's not actually going bad. It's a new step.
What's the name of your marketing business?
Nudge Media.
Nudge Media.
Yeah, Nudge Media. So yeah, it's a nudge.
Nudge
I'm
Media.
nudge in the right way. Yeah.
Nudge Media, yeah.
Yeah, so definitely been doing some work. It's a little low key now. I'm behind the scenes, but it's still good to see marketing campaigns roll out and see your work actually have an impact.
Yeah, you're really good at that,
Thanks,
That
man.
really is a strength. Anything that you touch, man, it's just bam.
Thanks.
Love
Thanks
to
for
see
sure.
it.
Yeah, man. I guess I was actually trained well, and I actually practiced good things, I guess.
Did you do marketing or anything like that at UV? Or is it just
Yes, I
natural?
actually did marketing at University of West Indies.
me
During the
too.
pandemic, I actually refreshed myself a little bit. I went back to University of West Indies and I did 2 or 3 courses in marketing as well,
Nice.
just to stay fresh, stay sharp.
Right. Well, I know you were into transportation as well. With the pandemic and everything, I assume that has slowed down. Are you still into that, or are you not really bothering as much anymore now?
Yeah, so I actually have a transportation business. I provide rental cars. So yeah, the pandemic has affected that as well as the taxi business. But we've all found ways to work around everything. It's just like everything else. You just gotta find ways to actually adapt and make it work.
All right.
Yeah.
So what would you say, everything that's happened over the past year or so, what would you say is one good thing that happened to you, or one good thing you experienced during the pandemic, or that happened as a result of the pandemic? One good thing you could think about. I always like to hear people good experiences. We know the
Yeah.
negative, let me hear something good.
The pandemic actually did a few good things for me. It
Right.
actually allowed me to slow down a bit, look at life completely different. I was working Monday to Friday, a 9 to 5, and then obviously playing out on weekends, sometimes Thursdays to Monday, so not necessarily having a real break. The pandemic allowed me to slow down, taking a few things that I was actually missing, things like just simple stuff like hiking, tours, walks, enjoying nature, enjoying some other stuff apart from just parties, just fests.
Yeah.
It slowed me down a bit, allowed me to get in tune with myself, my surroundings, with nature and everything. And then the pandemic also changed my situation as well. It allowed me to push myself further, believe in myself, and to take the leap that I always wanted to take into entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know, obviously, for those who don't know, you're half of a DJ team, Hachi and Sis. With all your other ventures and more into marketing and starting your own business and being more and more of an entrepreneur, do you see yourself looking to go out there and DJ as much, or you think that you're going to come off of that a little bit? How do you see that progressing as things open back up?
Well, for sure, music will always be my first love. I will, regardless of what I do, I will maybe in the industry and actively working in the industry. Regardless if it's just hosting events or playing out, etc. I do enjoy DJing and playing music. I get a different feeling, a euphoric feeling from just being on stage, entertaining. It allows me to get on that high that
You don't get it anywhere
you don't
else.
get anywhere else. So, I mean, yeah, it will always be music, but I don't see myself on stage jumping around at 50, 60. So the thoughts are always for the future. I'm building things to ensure that the people around me as well, my team, my friends, my family, have different diverse avenues that we could also work in and surviving as well.
Okay.
Right. So when we get out of this little pandemic here now, and we get the first event,
Yeah.
what's the first event we getting? What's the
You
first
better
event?
answer this right.
But to be honest, right, I've used this time to create a few concepts and plan a few things. But what I'd say is, I already had a whole plan for Paradise.
Okay.
I had posters, graphic work, marketing plan already done for Paradise, which was supposed to be in March.
You just got to change the date?
Yeah, I mean, change the dates, change the plan, and then we could get to go. But I think to the total isolation life party, seeing that I wanted to do that between the last 2 lockdowns,
Right.
I think that's one that was actually there pending, and that's one that everybody was waiting on. I think that might be the first event. So I'm a toss-up. Paradise.
Okay.
Or
I've actually never been to Paradise. I've always been in England with it. And it's just so mad. You know, like when you're watching you snaps and you just like, I hate all of you. I thought that this boat just turn back.
Man, I can actually make a promise now. I say that for the next Paradise. Shanna and Ras will both be part
You
of
remember the last Paradise promise you met though?
Oh dear.
Shanna and Ras will be on the next Paradise.
We did,
And
we all say.
on the next show, the weekend after, you guys will be definitely reviewing
A great
Paradise
event, I'm
and letting
sure.
everybody know exactly how it was.
Okay, thank you so much, Hachi. I am holding you to that. I have
Yeah.
my outfit ready.
Man, if you're writing down your phone or whatever, or make a little note, save this as a short clip in your phone or something, but yeah.
All right.
Find a way to work it out.
Well, thank you so much, Hachi, for coming on the show. It was very insightful and
Yes.
good to hear about your moves you're making.
Thanks a lot as well for having me, and I just say to y'all, thanks for bringing something fresh to Barbados and beyond. I mean, I've seen the first few episodes and I've definitely enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's it. That's it for our In the Seat segment for tonight. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got more coming your way right here on IDGAR.
Welcome back to IDGAR, where we're intelligent, daring, genuine, and real. And we're on to our next segment, and that is relationship advice. Luckily for us, we have our very own relationship guru, Ras.
Hello, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I love me some relationship advice. The guru is here, and let's do it.
Let's
go.
do it. Let's go. Let's go. What do we have today, Ras?
Our first discussion is, do women belong in the kitchen? Do women
I
belong in the kitchen?
can't wait to discuss it.
All right. Can you cook, Shanna?
Yes, I can.
Can you cook, like, for people to be able to consume and not have,
I can. Why you don't believe that I could cook?
and not get food poisoning?
No food. I've never food poisoned anyone.
Yeah.
I do the ham at Christmas, so you know that that's a serious thing.
If you food poison someone, would you refund them?
Would I refund them?
Yeah.
Of course, with love.
Okay. You heard that, people? You food poison someone, you could at least refund them. But all right, do women belong in the kitchen? Now, I know that's a topic that has been going on for years. How you feel about it?
I think that women belong where they feel comfortable.
Oh, dear.
So if you do not want to be in the kitchen, sis, don't be in the kitchen. Be wherever you want to be. It's a partnership at the end of the day. Because I know that this is a man and woman thing.
Right.
So if it is that you put in some and he put in some, you all have to decide for each other and for your relationship what's the best thing that you can contribute. I know for one that I am not cooking, not every night, nor all the time. I need to split that up because I don't like cooking.
Oh, you don't like cooking?
I don't like cooking.
Okay.
So I'm not going to be doing that every night. The things that I like doing my makeup.
Right.
I don't like cooking.
Right. And that's what I was about to say, you know, like, sometimes it's about a sacrifice. Because your mom might not be able to cook, but he bringing in the money. And he's supporting the family, and, you know, he's cleaning up around the house. He's who's cut the grass, he's carry the garbage all the time. If it need house need a little painting or saying need a little this, he's do all of that. But he ain't a top man in the kitchen. So he asking you to just carry that side of things, and he can carry this side of things. So you gotta get past you not liking to cook and cook.
I never said that I don't cook.
Right.
And let me be clear to the ladies in an advice mode. Men like to be nurtured. So
Right.
there's certain things that you need to do.
Right.
Cooking is one of them.
Right.
I'm not going to say that I am never going to cook for my partner, because I will. And I do.
Right.
But at the same time, it's not like I belong in the kitchen. Nobody can come home and be like, woman, where my food, or nothing like that. Because I will laugh just like you laughing now.
That's all
because
like blows get shared.
I probably would just ignore, to be
Yeah.
honest. I wouldn't even be upset because you could not mean me. It couldn't be
Right.
me.
Well, I hope everyone is seeing the comments coming up from social media, of course. Thanking everyone for hitting us up on IDGAR show on all platforms with your comments and so much more. We see them, we
Yeah.
see you. Of course, a lot of women actually saying yes, that women should be in the kitchen.
Well, they probably like to cook.
Yeah.
And then, therefore, go along in the kitchen. Do you cook?
I assemble stuff that is edible.
Is it edible?
I assemble
In
stuff.
fact, no, I remember that you can't cook.
No, what did you mean? Who said that?
I heard it.
Who said
I'm
that?
not going to say who said it. But I heard that
Did
you
Aaliyah
can't
say
cook.
that?
I did.
Uh,
I did. I didn't
Aaliyah-
say that. It was Aaliyah. You calling names? No. I hear that you can't cook. Is it true?
Ladies and gentlemen of Barbados, a region, and across the world, I can handle myself enough that if the kids get hungry, I could go in the freezer and get
Hot dogs.
6 to 12 nuggets and some of them
nuggets.
pre-cut chips that is putting the little small oven up on the counter.
You
Not
don't
the big
even know
one.
it, name?
Not the big one. The little oven that be on the counter, man, that is set the time. Or you know what? I like the air fryer, boy. The air fryer, boy. The air fryer. I like the air fryer. The air fryer now, I look at back of the bag, and then it estimate the time based on what you see.
So
back
no
of the
one
bag.
taught you to cook?
I learned how to cook at home economics at Queen's College. Shout out to Miss Peters. Years ago, I still remember the
Good.
name.
Miss Peters is shame she don't want to show talk right now. But I think that socialization is a big part of it, you know.
Right.
Because when it's a girl, you focus on, oh, come
Right.
and do this. Like, I remember my mother saying, oh, come and stir the pasta or whatever.
Right.
But I don't think that happens with men or with boys in the same way.
Right. I mean, in synopsis, what we can say and what we can advise persons, though, before we move on to the next topic, is a conversation that you should have with your partner. And for me personally, I have made it a special effort to learn to do certain things so that my partner will be happy. I will wake up one morning, I will do breakfast. I would try to learn to do certain things for lunch or certain things for dinner because you want to show that effort. So really and truly, it's just about putting in the effort
Effort is key.
and
That's
making
all it is.
and making your partner happy.
That is true.
But as we move on in our relationship advice, would you or is it okay to date your friend's ex?
No.
Why no, just like that?
No. It's not okay.
Oh dear.
You think it's okay?
I think that as mature adults, we can make proper decisions based on what happened.
No. Loyalty is what Rihanna said, and if Rihanna said it, it is true. You cannot go against your friend. Who was your friend? Is your
Right.
friend. That's your guy.
Right.
Just for a girl that you don't know, that you don't even know yet. You could just leave her out.
What do you
There's
mean?
so many girls.
But there are not many soulmates. Suppose that my soulmate I missing
Suppose
out on.
it's not. You're
Just-
going to ruin your friendship.
No, I'm not ruining
if
it.
someone is your soulmate.
Well, all right, wait. All right, don't forget, send your comments to IDGAR show. We're gonna bring your comments on the screen. But listen, let me go through this thing. My partner had this situation actually happened before.
It happened with me too.
My partner had a girlfriend. They broke up, and you know I'd always like to see the girl. You know, I used to peep at she when she come over here, just peep, slide, and she looked nice. And I tell myself, well, I can just keep messaging and talking to her. And you know, it come a situation where, you know, I invited her out. And she was like, man, your boy can be vexed and thing. So I just throw a sprat. And I was like, yeah, you know, we'll become a D. I mean, just call she D. You know, we'll become a D. Man, I can't about she. I want to better things. I said, But then it gonna be good that I can talk to D because he said he can't about she. So I went forward.
Okay, two questions.
Yeah,
That's still your guy?
yeah,
When it's still friends?
yeah.
Was that your soulmate?
No. I mean, we did meet, but it wasn't my
Not
soulmate.
soul to soul.
Not soul to soul. We did meet, but not soul to soul. But
I just don't feel comfortable with that. In the situation that I was in, it was
Right.
actually like the guys kind of thing. And I feel like if that like ruined their friendship.
It
and
did?
and I feel bad about that.
oh, they could root, man. Listen, guys, gentlemen, we gotta stick together. bros over hoes.
Were you trying to say you trying to call me a hoe?
No, no.
just call me a hoe.
It's just a saying. It's just a saying.
It's just a saying.
Don't take it personally, but it's like guys don't get upset over women. Like if you like that
I
girl,
don't think that is true. That is false. Men conceal their emotions.
right? And so wrong with that.
That is
if
not
I know
good.
how you
You
feeling,
should not.
I can't feel it.
You
But how
have
you
to say
feeling?
how you feel. You have to be open and honest in all of your relationships,
Says
your
who?
friendships, your partnerships.
Says who?
Says me, Ras. You're supposed to be open. So if you feel bad, just tell your guy, you know what, I don't really like that, you know. Imagine now Chasey roll up on a Leo one day.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about that?
But if me and she done, we done.
He lying, guys.
Yeah,
This
but
is
if-
lies.
but if you- listen.
honestly,
Done is done. Done mean that it done and it not happening again. Listen, we in small Barbados. One of my guys were telling me the other day in Grenada, right? Them is taught to each other exes because there ain't that much people in the country. You play a small. How much people that got in one age group? They only got a little bit of people.
I understand that,
imagine
but
if your
there's
friend.
enough.
Imagine if your friend is a rat, or you's a girl.
Oh, I don't
Your
think
friend, your girlfriend is a
That would
rat,
be a problem.
and she had enough different men.
Uh-huh.
How it is that you can avoid talking to every man that she had? Ain't possible, cause she done had everybody.
that would make it a little bit difficult for her.
And I would try to show you,
All right. I see where you're going with that one.
right?
However, you still aim like you don't try. You see like how you just went after a girl that you know was dealing. Like if you
But my granny
just
always tell
talk,
me work towards what you want. May she rest in peace. Work towards what you want. If you see something you want it, you go after it.
I don't think that's what she meant, Ras.
Well, interpretation is the greatest thing.
And that is our advice. Go after what you want. But please try to be loyal to your friends.
Just be respectful. The truth is,
respectful.
at least wait until they're done before you go after the person. That's all I would say. Just wait. Once they're done,
Patience.
X is the best.
Patience is a virtue. X is the best.
But yes, that was.
That is it for our relationship advice tonight. I hope that we saved a couple. We helped you. You helped us. And don't forget, you can always send in your comments to IDGAR on Instagram, Facebook, or you can email them in as well, and we can help you to make your relationships better. We'll be back after the next break.
Welcome back to IDGAR, intelligent, daring, genuine, and real. Of course, hit us up on all social media platforms, IDGAR Show. Right now, I have one of our artists performing tonight, live with me, and I'm just gonna have a little chat. Welcome to the show, Mo the Chief. He daddy no line. What's up, Mo?
Yes, I hear, brother. Well, you know.
Man, everything is good, man. First of all, I want to say congratulations on order.
Yeah,
I
respect.
know you just had a baby girl.
Yeah, sweet baby girl.
What's her name?
Zuri B.
Zuri B. Oh man, where you get that name from?
You know, she mother and my grandmother and thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody come out and say, yeah, we going with this.
Yeah.
Zuri
Johanna
is
say you just have to
beautiful
hold it.
son princess.
Uh-huh.
The beast for blessings, you know. No, that's a blessing.
Of course.
Right there, so. for
Of
real.
course. I mean, you're always the daddy, but it's further solidified now. You got a daughter now, your first child.
Yeah. He was always the daddy, a universal father for the ladies, you know. But now I'm a father.
Yeah.
You know, for the baby, they know, yeah. So, you know, the things that daddy always learning and will keep learning. For sure.
All right, then. I am telling you. So, we've been experiencing a pandemic, but we still been getting music from you.
Yeah,
What-
for sure. Music can't stop.
Right. So, how you find that vibe, that motivation to just keep bringing music, though?
Well, it's just about keeping myself relevant.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, the pandemic got me inside. We can't maneuver as we like cause curfew here, in the parties,
Right.
entertainment shut down, everything in there going on. But you still got to keep yourself relevant and let your fans know that we still here. You know, we inside. Well, when I inside and still you want to say that when I could listen to, you know, walk up and wash when I clothes or listen to this and, you know, feel good.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's about relevance right now. So whenever you get a chance to hit studio, it's music, but out there, keep everybody happy.
Yeah, I see you bring out another new song, and I saw you guys were like on a Instagram live or something like that the other day, and I see a lot of clips of that keep circulating. What was that all about?
Yeah. Well, we was in the studio recording, and I just I can go live and see if the people feeling it, you know. We went live, we happened to went live, and when we went live, the people started feeling vibes, so we was playing it over. That time we only had a bare hook and a piece of verse. The people loving it. Then quick, so some boy screen recorded, it ended up on TikTok. Then it was sharing here all over Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter, everywhere. Quick, so song in high demand. So like, yeah, we ready for this here.
That you accustomed to that type of feedback for your new music?
Yeah, like that's one of my formulas to how I just release my music too, cause my music does I would say a bust now like in the streets before it touch radio and that kind of things. Well, people just get asked to release a song, it's hit straight radio, you know, and then it's get big from there. But I find that my music just get big in the streets, so like on the social platforms first, and then end up on radio, and then everything is just expand from there. So that's a technique I use, so that give them a little sneak peek. And once they like it, we moving forward.
All right. So I know I heard there were talks of an album. Talk to us about that project.
Yeah, the album there, but because of the pandemic again, that was on a little slight pause due to movements. You can't maneuver, and then COVID was spreading like a wildfire, so you had to start the little thing because it featuring 7 female artists.
7 female artists?
Yes.
Why so many?
All Bajan cast. But like I just tell myself, all right, everybody just do albums.
Yeah.
Let me get outside the box. I can do an album, I can feature the Bajan female artists right now.
Yeah.
I ain't seen nobody do this, I can do it. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good idea. I like it.
Yeah. So I got like Chris Irie, I got Lady Essence, I got Sugaree, I got Faith Calendar, I got Nikita, I got Rochelle Griffith.
Right.
Yeah.
Some good names there.
Yeah, top cast.
That's what we talking
top
about.
Tunes. So it's soon ready. All the songs recorded. Just gotta do a little minor touching up and thing, and then we ready to blast.
All right then. So let me tell you something now. So how has it been with your social media platforms and being able to find your music on like Apple Music or Audio Mac or any of those things? You've been using any of those platforms recently?
Yeah, I've been using Audio Mac, the Spotify and thing, but I had a little problem with Spotify now.
Right.
Where now, as it got a lot of moles in the world.
Right.
A lot. So I will find myself lost. When you can type on Spotify and you try to find me now, I can be all down the bottom. It got the mole, Mr. Mole, this mole, that mole. So like sounds like Bone Flick and thing was on this man, the mole, all this time. Yeah, so then I had to go claim now my profile and thing, and then I had to write a letter down to Spotify to let them know that this is my songs and things, and then they give me back everything I put. So I decided now to get away from that, add on the chief onto my name. So there's only one more the chief now. You know what I mean? So it's easier to find the music. So I rebrand, but I wanted now to mesh the mole and Moldy Chief together, but you can't do that. So they give me all 2 profiles. So now it's handle mole and Moldy Chief. But as I say, as going forward, I can just put music on the Moldy Chief to make it easier, because with the mole, it can be lost again.
Yeah.
And it's liable to end up back on another artist named Mole. So that, yeah.
All right, it makes sense. Well, Mole, thanks for coming on the show.
That easy.
All right.
Easy.
So right now we are going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have Moldy Chief alongside Bruce Lee Almighty performing right here live on IDGAR.
Bruce Lee Almighty.
Daddy land.
Okay.
Let me walk up, bad. Let me walk up, bad. Let me walk up, bad. Lord have mercy. Let me walk up, bad. Dibby, walk up, bad. Let my power girl. Walk up, bad. Dibby, walk up, bad. Half on the tongue now. Walk up, bad. Dibby, walk up, bad. Let my power girl. Walk up, bad. I cry for it. Sweet girl, you got a ball in buttocks and a big engine I cannot. You could wanna live all down with the yachts. I can't don't care, you can't give me props. I can tell that you slow your heart. The way you bubble like water in a pot. Bang down way front me, and let me be the worst off for you, cause you talking a lot.
Tall girl, short girl, slim girl, or tiki. Anyone can get the beat. Nancy, Judy, or Vicky, push back on me and let me free. Really, your boyfriends are go back, Billy. Time to open up, silly. Up on the edge, go up on your head. Start to work and twerk for me.
I love you just. Let me walk up, let me walk up, Lord have mercy. Let me walk up, let me walk up, let me walk up,
Don't send them more.
and let me walk up, Dibby walk up, Pep on Burrow girl.
Walk up, Dibby, walk up,
Half on the ground now.
walk up,
Dibby,
walk up,
Pep on Burrow girl.
walk up,
I cry for it. You barely won't fall. I just try to link you from morning. And if your boyfriend's
falling,
me or Bruce Dibble
falling. He gets to you,
crawling,
but I am on the long.
talking.
I push it in and she
Girl, you sweet like oh man. And let me walk up, let me walk up, let me walk up. Lord of mercy. Let me walk up, and let me walk up, and let me walk up. Don't say no more. And let me walk up, Dibby,
walk up,
let my burrow girl. Dibby, I put you hard on the ground now.
walk up,
Dibby,
walk up,
let my burrow girl.
walk up.
I cry for it. I cry for it. See, girl, I cry for it. I cry for it. Oh no, I cry for it. I cry for it. See, girl, I cry for it. I cry for it. Oh no, I cry for it. Call me baby, cause I cry for it. Call me baby, cause I cry for it. Yeah, call me baby, cause I cry for it. Call me baby, cause I cry for it. I think you call me baby, cause I cry for it. Will you call me baby, cause I cry for it? But
Like that.
What a great and exciting performance by Mole, the Chief, and Bruce Lee Almighty. You could have believed Shanna was here walking up.
Bad.
That's right, of course, people. We had a great show tonight.
Yes, definitely, Ras. We want to thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
And of course, I want to shout out my sponsors, Day and Night Boutique in the Walk. Got to give a big shout out to Beauty Place on the Face because
Yes.
get into it.
Yeah.
And I'm always accessorized by Yafa. You already know it. These
It's
areas
true.
look familiar, Ras?
Probably. But thank you, everyone, of course, for watching tonight. And if you missed any of the episodes, you could always go to our Facebook or YouTube pages. You know, on YouTube, like and subscribe. IDGAR Show. And you can watch any episode right there. It's always there.
And
But,
follow us on Instagram and Facebook at IDGAR.
Yeah, that's right. And Twitter, IDGAR Show. Do it.
Do it now.
That's
Do it
right.
tonight.
All right, well, that's it for us for tonight. We'll catch you guys again next week. IDGAR.
Squad no land. Fire B, coming in fire